Dreamweaver's Enchantment by Zachary Steele. Chapter 1. Lyra floated in a sea of nothingness, surrounded by swirling mists that tickled her skin with whispers of possibility. She blinked, and in that moment of darkness, realization dawned. She was dreaming. A thrill of excitement coursed through her, setting her nerves alight with anticipation. This was her canvas, her playground, her realm of infinite potential. With a thought, color bloomed in the void. Vibrant purples swirled with deep, oceanic blues, shot through with veins of shimmering gold. The mists coalesced beneath her feet, solidifying into something that wasn't quite solid at all. A floor of spun sugar clouds that held her weight yet yielded like fresh snow with each step. Lyra stretched out her hands, feeling the raw stuff of dreams flow through her fingers. She began to paint the sky with her imagination, sweeping her arms in grand arcs. Galaxies spiraled into existence overhead, stars winking to life and arranging themselves into constellations she'd never seen in any book. Auroras danced at the edges of her vision, ribbons of light twirling in a cosmic ballet. "More," she whispered, her voice echoing strangely in the empty dreamscape. The word was both a command and a plea. Around her, crystal trees sprouted from the cloud floor, their trunks twisting in impossible geometries. Leaves of cut gemstone unfurled, chiming softly in a wind that wasn't there. In the branches, creatures of pure imagination took shape. A butterfly with wings of stained glass, its flight leaving trails of rainbow light. A fox made of living flame, its eyes sparking with mischief as it leapt from tree to tree. Lyra laughed, the sound rippling through the dreamscape and causing flowers to bloom wherever the sound touched. She felt powerful here, unbounded by the rules of the waking world. Here, her dreams weren't strange or unsettling. Here, they were simply beautiful. Emboldened by her success, Lyra decided to push further. She envisioned a castle, but not just any castle. This one would live, would breathe, would constantly reinvent itself. Towers rose from the cloudy ground, twisting and untwisting like serpents made of stone. Windows winked in and out of existence, and staircases rearranged themselves in a never-ending dance of architectural whimsy. As the castle took shape, however, Lyra felt a tremor of unease. The edges of her dream began to fray, colors bleeding into one another like wet paint. The crystalline leaves of her forest chimed more urgently, their song becoming discordant. "No, not yet," Lyra muttered, trying to hold on to the threads of her creation. But the more she grasped, the faster they slipped away. The stained glass butterfly's wings cracked, its pieces scattering into motes of light. The flame fox yipped in alarm as its fiery form began to smoke and disperse. The ground beneath Lyra's feet lost its solidity, and she felt herself sinking. The castle loomed over her, its ever-changing form now menacing rather than wondrous. As it twisted, she caught glimpses of rooms filled with shadows, of corridors that led to nothing but darkness. Panic seized her heart. This was her dream, her creation. She should be able to control it. But as the dreamscape dissolved into beautiful chaos around her, Lyra realized that control was slipping away like water through cupped hands. Just as the last vestiges of her dream world began to crumble, Lyra's eyes snapped open. She found herself back in her bedroom, heart racing, breath coming in short gasps. The air around her bed swirled with fading mist, remnants of her dream crossing the threshold into the waking world. As Lyra sat up, the last wisps of dream mist dissipated, leaving behind only the faintest shimmer in the early morning light. Her pulse slowly steadied, exhilaration warring with lingering unease. That dream had been different, more vivid, more real, more powerful. Her gaze fell on the sketchbook lying on her nightstand. Fingers still tingling with the memory of shaping dreams, Lyra reached for her pencil. She had to capture this, had to remember every detail before it faded like morning dew under the harsh light of day. As the pencil touched paper, Lyra felt a familiar determination settle over her. This dream was important, she was sure of it. And someday, somehow, she'd prove to everyone in Somnium that her strange dreams weren't something to fear or dismiss. They were something to cherish.